In this video, we'll go over the UFC's big announcement about their backup plan for the UFC 309 main event.
Is Tom Aspinall officially the backup for that fight?
In the UFC 309 main event, Jon Jones is set to defend his heavyweight title against Stipe Miocic, though many feel he should be facing interim champion Tom Aspinall instead. For Aspinall, the silver lining is that he'll get his opportunity at UFC 309 if either of the two main event fighters has to withdraw for any reason.
Yes. Tom Aspinall is next in line for anything that happens after this fight.
While Aspinall aims to make history as the first man to technically defeat Jon Jones, his fellow countryman Paddy Pimblett is breaking records of his own, though not in the world of MMA.
Not gonna lie, I'm starting to struggle now.
Besides dominating his opponents in the UFC, English star Paddy Pimblett is also a champ at devouring chicken wings. Known for packing on weight between fights, Pimblett recently shared a video of himself smashing the chicken wing eating record at his favorite UK restaurant.
I think the record's 36 in it, but he's gonna do 50 all day. He's probably gonna save a little bit of space for his main course. He'll probably ease off of 50, give someone else a little chance to beat his title, and then if he beats it, he'll come back and do 70 then.
That is what'll happen, like.
The previous record was 36 wings, but Pimblett raised the bar, consuming a total of 47 wings in one sitting.
John said there's another portion in, so let's just see if I can battle through any of them. It is shameful being able to eat this many wings, I'm just a big fat bastard.
New records all day, Paddy Pimblett, 45.
As I say, I'm struggling, but I'm gonna get these last few down me. For 147, I'd run you do.
Paddy Pimblett has faced plenty of criticism for his weight gain between fights, with his love for junk food often being a target. However, it's clear he's not too concerned about what others think. Regardless, how many wings could you eat in one go? From Pimblett devouring 47 wings to Alex Pereira encountering a deadly visitor during training, it's been quite a week for UFC fighters. Pereira is currently training at high altitude in Salt Lake City, Utah for his light heavyweight title defense against Khalil Roundtree at UFC 307, and he is facing all sorts of training partners heading into the bout, including a wild moose. While Pereira appeared relaxed about the situation, fans were genuinely worried about his safety. One fan said, "Mans is lucky he didn't get hoofed by a cow moose. Imagine Pereira got fucking stomped to death by that moose. That would be insane. Someone tell him. I mean, I know that he's a badass, but that moose gonna win." Who do you think would have won a battle between Pereira and the moose? Unlike Pereira, his best friend Sean Strickland is spending time with his human friend.
Hey, I'm here with the champ. We riding in style, baby. Bro, you said Tesla.
Strickland recently hitched a ride with Bryce Mitchell, and the UFC featherweight later shared footage of their encounter on Instagram. In a recent video, Mitchell jokingly claimed he was riding in style in Strickland's car. The camera then cut to Strickland, who playfully mentioned they were in a Tesla, teasing that Mitchell, an outspoken critic of Tesla and its CEO Elon Musk, might lose some of his fans.
Hey, I'm here with the champ. We riding in style, baby. Bro, you said Tesla. You're gonna lose your fan base. I don't give a shit. I'm with the champ, baby. Let's go, my man. I appreciate you. Yeah, Sean's a nice guy, man. We always stay strapped, right, Bryce? We always stay strapped. Hey, for them fucking commies. Thanks for the ride, though, champ. I got you, man. Oh, yeah, what do you got going on?
Thug Nasty and Strickland are known for their controversial socio-political views, particularly their outspoken criticism of communism. Is this the tag team everyone needs to fear? Now, bad news, guys. Aljamain Sterling is out of his fight against Movsar Evloev, which was supposed to take place at UFC 307. The former bantamweight champion recently sustained an injury during sparring. Although he noted that the injury doesn't require surgery, UFC doctors advised him that he won't have enough time to fully recover before his fight with Evloev. Aljo, who is currently the 9th-ranked featherweight, was looking to boost his credentials by facing Evloev, who currently sits at the number 6 spot. However, he'll now now have to wait for his next chance in the octagon. With Sterling's announcement still recent, it remains uncertain whether the UFC will seek a replacement opponent for Evlov or remove him from the card entirely. Meanwhile, the Russian fighter has begun searching for his next opponent. In a recent series of tweets, Evlov made a ton of call-outs. He first put Aljo in his place by saying, "I see Aljamain announced on his YouTube channel that he is out of the fight. I've been training for 4 months and would like to stay on this card and fight anybody. I'm not sure if the UFC can find someone to fight me, but I worked really hard for this fight." Movsar then called out Diego Lopez, who recently secured his 5th consecutive win in the UFC by beating Brian Ortega at Noche UFC. Lopez only has 1 UFC loss in his career, in his debut against Evlov in 2023. Here is what Movsar told Lopez. "Diego Lopez, if you want to defend your honor, you have 2.5 weeks to try and get this loss off your record." Lopez turned the call out down by saying, "You had your chance a few months ago when I called you to fight. Now you sit back and watch as the bus leaves you waiting." Movsar also called out Dan Ige. "Hey Dan Ige, I almost beat you a couple of months ago too. Why are you lying saying you called me out? Next time I see you, maybe I give you a proper haircut, because your barber is very cheap." Who should the Russian fight next? Tommy Fury has challenged Jake Paul to a significant MMA showdown, confidently stating that he could defeat his rival using his elbows. The two first faced off on February 26, 2023 in a boxing match at the Diriyah Arena in Saudi Arabia, where Fury emerged victorious with a split decision victory. After months of back-and-forth banter, Fury rose to the occasion and showcased his skills in the ring, using his head movement and quick footwork to keep Paul at bay, winning most of the rounds. Fury is now willing to do the same in MMA. He said, "I'm going to smash his face in when I get good at MMA. I'll beat him in boxing and the cage. Big useless prick. I just need 1.5 to 2 years of training until I beat him in a fight. No problem. In the cage." Can Tommy Fury beat Jake Paul in MMA? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. To stay up to date with the latest happenings in the world of MMA and boxing, please subscribe to our channel and turn on those notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.